Here we are, the final show before Survivor Series. I'm not mentioning SmackDown because I don't watch it. But welcome to my review, ladies and gentlemen. This is a hard show to look at because of how it was structured. I'm going to say this. Most of the show wasn't bad, but the ending was so long. It was a long overrun, and that really spoiled it for me. But let's talk about everything before the show. Dolph Ziggler versus Luke Harper. Now, the opening of the show with the Authority is something I've seen. I've gotten bored where I'm going, I'm tired of seeing this. Can't they give me something different? The Authority doesn't need to do this in the very beginning of the show. It would be surprising to see it in the middle of the show. Do your segments in the middle of the show. You may give us something interesting. But they did in the beginning of the show, and you see Luke Harper there. And I didn't do my last Raw review because I was in a lot of pain at the time. But I did see it. And seeing Luke Harper take out Dolph Ziggler, that was like basically coming out of left field, because there was no build up to Luke Harper going away from the Wyatt family and going on his own and going with the Authority. I felt that was too random. It was so random, it made no damn sense. I would think maybe it would be a Bray Wyatt that would go with John Cena, but I'll explain that in a few minutes. But when you see this, at least for me, it felt too random. Then when it came to this week, he's there with them, and then he gets a match against Dolph Ziggler because they want to teach Dolph Ziggler a lesson that you should never go against the Authority. And this is where things really make no sense for me. Dolph jobs to Luke to get the title, because they make the match. The IC title match is made right there on the spot, and with Seth Rollins in his corner, along with the Noble and the Mercury, the bald-headed Mercury, he wins the title. Really? This is what happened to a Sheamus when he went up against a John Cena. It was too soon for a Sheamus to get the WWE World Championship, well, WWE title at the time, I believe it was, yeah. But the point is, why? Putting Luke at this was too random as it was. And then when you throw this on here, it makes no sense. It really feels like it was thrown on there so the Authority would have more power. Now, you would say that's the perfect reason. But to me, this did not feel right. Not because I'm against Luke Harper or I wanted to see Dolph Ziggler win. And I got something to talk about Dolph Ziggler in my debate of the week after this is over. So you'll see the debate of the week after this review. But I felt, honestly, that this made no damn sense to put it in the show. It really didn't feel right. But you guys tell me below if you're happy that Luke got the title, not a Bray Wyatt, and definitely not a Dolph Ziggler losing it now. It would make more better sense later against Luke Harper if he was built properly. Now, the Adam Rose feud. I gotta say it now because there's no point in really talking about the match between him and a Tyson Kidd. It was an afterthought with Tyson Kidd. That's what that was. I mean, seeing the Bunny want to do some moves on a Natalya. You may not like Natalya because she may not be a great face or maybe not be a great heel, but you gotta say she's a nice looking woman. And I can understand why the Bunny went at her. Her boobs are bigger than most of the women in the entire roster. Very few women have bigger boobs than her. And I can count them on one hand. But the point of this entire situation is the Bunny. You're telling me that Adam Rose, a decent character that they could have done something very interesting with, be a lemon, not a rosebud, has now become a lemon, getting fucking angry, beating on the Bunny once. The Bunny, who cost him now twice supposedly, wins, goes into the ring, tries to apologize. Adam Rose getting angry, and he deserved to be angry because the Bunny fucked him not once but twice, gets humped behind, literally getting humped by the bunny behind. The bunny does the pelvic thrust, which I thought is kind of a little more than rated PG-13. I'm just saying, they managed to get away with that. And now he has a feud with him. You guys tell me if you're liking this feud, that you're liking the bunny, because I don't like the bunny. The bunny makes no damn sense. And it's hard enough seeing Adam Rose not getting pushed anymore because he could have gone somewhere with it. It's hard enough now seeing him have eyeshadow around his fucking eyes, which doesn't make him better, makes him look weird. More than what they try to portray him as. Now, not only is he jobbing to a Tyson Kidd who's really not that high up. They really haven't done anything with Tyson Kidd in NXT. Not that much, and barely anything on WWE, Raw, SmackDown. But now he's jobbed to the bunny. And now we're going to have a bunny Adam Rose feud. That makes no sense. I'm just saying. But I want to know your thoughts on that. Next, what really made no sense. An exhibition match between the Bellas. Bella AJ, which is Brie Bella, versus Bella Nikki. We know what's coming. If you guys don't know what's coming, I'll tell you. Nikki Bella going to Survivor Series. Nikki Bella challenging AJ to a match to get the belt. If she doesn't get the belt, and I'm being honest here, I'm not a Bella fan. I'm not a Brie Bella. I'm not a Nikki Bella. I just don't believe that their skill set and their acting is very good. I still state this, and I'm going to keep stating it. I respect them for getting in the ring. Their ability in the ring is not bad. It's average. For me personally, anyone else who loves them, love them. You deserve to love them because if they're that good to you, and I'm not saying that you're stupid. That's not what I'm saying, but I am stating this. I just don't see them the way you do. But doesn't mean your point of view is not valid. You're a fan. And you have the right to say how you feel in my comments or any video you have to say. But I feel like their skill set is average. Sometimes if they work with the right person, it can easily go above average. But seeing this really made no sense. And if Brie Bella does not have a match after this by TLC or even going into Royal Rumble, and I'm stretching this. If Brie Bella doesn't go up against Nikki Bella for the Divas Championship, this entire situation was fucking ridiculously stupid. Because the way they're setting this up, Nikki needs to win at Survivor Series. She needs to. If she doesn't win, what was the point of putting them on fucking television? It was better off just letting them have their little bit on Total Divas. This makes no sense. That shows the writers are fucking stupid. I'm just saying. But in the end, Nikki loses, Brie AJ wins, and AJ, the real one who's at commentary, kicks both their ass. Now, why not? The 8-man tag. It wasn't a bad 8-man tag, but I felt the only thing that saved it, the only thing that made it epic, the only thing that I love the most is Damien Sandow parodying The Miz. I don't know who this Grumpy Cat is. I've never really seen the movie from Grumpy Cat. Hey, when you don't have much money, you don't have the ability to watch movies. So I don't really know the backstory or whatever that was. I wasn't fond of it. Seeing Eric Rowan there made no sense whatsoever. Comes later in the night, I'll explain later. But essentially speaking, the 8-man tag was almost only about Damien Sandow being called, "We want Miz Dower! We want Miz Dower!" I'm telling you, it's coming. I'm saying this right now. After that tag that The Miz did to Miz Dower, and the heels won it, they did win. Got no problem with it. But when it comes down to it, Damien Sandow is going to turn face. And it's going to be such a monster baby for his face turn when it finally happens that he will instantly become over. Unless the WWE is going to be so fucking stupid not to let it get done. And then they bury it like Alex Riley I'm saying it. Now, the Sheamus versus Big Show match. It was an average match. We've seen them before a whole bunch of times, but this was for a possible title shot because of Stephanie. And I want to say this. Stephanie did a lot of talking through this entire Raw. And I was not that interested in her talking. I think I wanted to hear more of Triple H, which he did later and I'm going to talk about. But seeing a Steph, I did say a while ago, Steph is the boss. And she's still showing it. And even though she looked pretty damn good in that hot red dress that showed her ass and how big her boobs are and how cute she is in the face at her age. She's maybe about 4 or 5 years younger than me. In the end, that could not save this situation in the beginning. The match was average. At the end, we get Rusev Moscow with Mark Henry kicking their asses. I felt this was overdone. It didn't need to be done. If you're going to do this, you should have waited, called them out to the ring, get Mark Henry and Rusev to come and just beat the shit out of them. I feel that would have been better. That was just me, but maybe you guys liked it. Tell me if you liked it below. If you liked the match and how they got literally destroyed, supposedly. But I felt it would have just been better for them to just get beaten up. And then since I'm talking about Rusev versus not Heath Slater, Uncle Sam. Coming out in the red, white, and blue, baby, saying, I am a country boy, and I'm going to kick your ass, Rusev, you damn bitch. I didn't think this was going to last long, and it didn't. Rusev destroyed a Heath Slater. But it was still somewhat funny, and it was good to see the crowd behind the Heath Slater. I'm just saying they could do something more with Heath. I'm not a big Heath fan, but I believe that he has enough of ability that he can do something more than this. He just needs a better character and better gimmick. Now let's see if I'm forgetting anything here. Bray Wyatt. I gotta say this. I know people are gonna say, are you fucking stupid? But I'm gonna be honest here. Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose. I told you earlier that I'm worried that Bray Wyatt will not get over. I even did a video, will Bray Wyatt get over? And I felt like he won't. I'm worried that they will not do something right for Bray. In the end, I feel that Dean Ambrose has to be over, but I don't believe Bray Wyatt is going to get any type of benefit from it because he really has been built properly. When you see this, and the promo segment of Bray Wyatt was lovely. Everyone still loves it, even though there wasn't a lot of cheers this time around. And that's what I mean. Bray Wyatt may still get the lights in the outfit, like the, how do you call it? Not angels in the outfield, if you want to call it like that. That is his angel army. But the point is, for a Bray Wyatt, it just isn't the same anymore. He has lost a lot of steam. And when you see this, at least for me personally, I just feel like there's something lacking. And I now know what it is. A lackluster build. Because of Hell in a Cell, he was brought back that way. I'm botching because I'm frustrated with this. He's brought back that way. And there's very little time to build into Survivor Series. Really. And that's the problem. It's a quick build that's dirty and just sloppy. And it's angering me. Because these two guys could actually talk very well. They have some nice chemistry in the ring. I could feel it. But then the build is so short and so sloppy that I am completely thrown off by it and I'm not liking it. So when it comes to Survivor Series, this might be one of my most least wanted feuds. Because there's no proper build. Bray Wyatt has not been built properly. Dean Ambrose looks really good. But then, because Bray Wyatt hasn't been done well, and they're rushing it, I just don't feel it. Please, I'm being honest here. I'm asking you guys, if anyone watches this, please, give me a reason to really get into this. I really want to know what would be the best thing that make me feel interested in this, taking away from the rush and the build for Bray Wyatt. I really want to cheer for these guys. I do love them both, but I'm just not getting anything. Now, the last things I'm going to talk about is the Kofi Oh, I gotta say it like this. I gotta do it like this, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get offended if anybody who loves church. I follow Native American belief. I don't follow Christian beliefs anymore. But when you look at Kofi Kingston, you look at the Xavier Woods, he wasn't shown this time. It was only Kofi and Biggie Langston. But when you see it, you see how we're going to go to God. We're going to bring the people in. We're going to draw them in and put the asses in the seat. Can I get an amen? You can see it, my brothers and sisters. We have the power. We have the power to bring the people in. And we have all the beautiful women in the back in church who are singing and dancing and praising God. Does that feel legitimately right to you? Unless you actually think I do it pretty good and I should become a preacher. But the point is, seeing this just doesn't feel right because over 4 months ago, they had their chance. The WWE had one very brief chance to do something so different that people would want to see it. This is before what happened with MVP, happened to King, and definitely happened to Lashley. Well, actually, it was around that same time, I believe. It was a little after. I'm so sorry saying it was before. It was a little bit after, and they had their chance. They had it, and then they blew it. And now coming back, I do not believe this is going to work. I hope I'm wrong. Definitely hope I'm wrong, and they do something good with this New Day. But I just don't feel it. Finally, the ending of the show. Now, I said it, and I'm going to say it again. When it comes to Steph, I love her ass. I love her boobs. Her red dress, this time I'm thinking about black. Ooh. Her red dress looked good. She wasn't that interesting throughout the night. Some of it was okay. The one I wanted to hear about was Triple H. And he made it as clear as possible. When they focused on Stephanie, she did a decent job of making it feel like it was something important. Triple H did a decent job of making it feel like it was something important. And if they had just stopped it there, went with John Cena, he signed the contract, he did like a 3 to 5 minute bit, then they're going to fight, the guys come out, it would have made sense. John Cena dragging this out made no fucking sense. If you liked how he worked, fine, I understand that. But to me, John Cena dragged this out way too long. Way too long. It wasn't bad enough. It was an overrun of maybe about 15 to 20 minutes. The point is, it was done way too long. And then when you brought everyone out, which was a Big Show, Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus, then Eric Rowan, who was so fucking random like Luke Harper, which made no sense. I would understand Cesaro. And them doing the Cesaro bit kind of felt wrong. Because people want to cheer Cesaro. This was a chance for the WWE to actually turn Cesaro face because of the match he had with Ryback. And I'm not really mentioning the match with Ryback other than Ryback won. But the point is that Cesaro could have been something special. But having Eric Rowan come out because Luke Harper is there makes no fucking sense, which adds on to the extra minutes that John Cena did. And in the end, the faces all win. They kick the ass, they throw Triple H through a table, and they hold their arms up, proud. The faces overall. Maybe I'll use that as my title, I don't know. But the point is, was this a good show? No. With some of the things that was done trying to build in Survivor Series, which weren't very good, when you see the ending of this show, and this is a go-home show for the WWE, they have to nail this. But I felt they did not nail it properly. Because they let John Cena talk too long. It just took away from how special and how important this was. He talked too damn long, and then the randomness of Eric Rowan made it worse. But seeing everybody else come out is understandable. That's the way they do it. But you guys tell me below how you feel about this show because I really want to know. And I hope you enjoyed this ZANE'S view. Please give me a comment below. I'm a little tired right now because I took my medicine. This crazy weather's making me sick. But, excuse me. I hope you enjoy my review. And take a look at my debate of the week. It will be on Dolph Ziggler. Have a good night and have a good day.